All right, something I've wanted to do for a long time.
I gotta keep my list.
As long as y'all did your homeworks. We're doing favorite games of all time. And I got to pull up my spreadsheet that I made a few months ago.
Easy.
Spreadsheet.
I made a spreadsheet, and I'll go through it.
Easy. What's the number, though?
I want Nick to go first, too.
What's the number?
I have 10.
Okay.
I narrowed down to 10. So I'm going to go through those in no particular order, but I'll name my probably favorite. But I'm really interested to hear your 2. I want Nick to go first, though, because I don't know what the fuck your answers are.
Are we limiting it to series exclusive? Like, so I can't just pick 10 Legend of Zelda games?
No, you could. They're your favorite games.
Okay, if you want me to actually pick my favorite games, I'm going to tell you right now, more than half of them will be Fallout.
That's why
and Zelda.
I really don't know like what your 2 answers are going to be. Like I know some of them, but I don't know I don't know if you guys are going to surprise me at all. And that's
all
what
right.
I'm
I'll give you 2 lists. I'll give you series exclusive, and I'll give you just straight up favorite games. Because the not series exclusives is going to be boring. So I'm going to tell you right now, it's tied between Fallout 3 and Fallout 4. Can't say which one's better, honestly. I cycle between the both. So it's going to be Fallout 3 and 4 for number 1 and 2. Fallout New Vegas for number 3. No, sorry. Legend of Zelda Wind Waker for number 3. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild for number 4.
Such a boring gamer.
Call me what you will.
Creature of habit.
Fallout New Vegas. That really is creature of habit if you actually look at it.
RPG or die.
If you actually look at it. RuneScape number 6.
I fucking hate you, dude. It's like there's all these good games here, and not one of these is better than RuneScape.
Don't call it RuneScape, you oaf. No, all right, fine. I'll take RuneScape off. Final Fantasy Tactics for the PlayStation 1. Phenomenal game. Absolutely phenomenal game. On that same note, Fire Emblem for the Game Boy Advance. Fire Emblem 7 with Lindis, Hector, and Ellawood. Specification
Which
that's
one?
important.
I'm sorry.
Fire Emblem 7.
Oh,
it's
okay.
in America. It's just Fire Emblem for the Game Boy Advance. There is no number with that. Super Mario Sunshine, Super Mario Galaxy, and that brings me to number 10, which I'd have to say Rocket League. And that's my non-series exclusive. So to trim that down, make it a little bit prettier. Fallout number 1 series, 100%. Legend of Zelda, easy. Final Fantasy Tactics, which I really haven't played many Final Fantasy games. I want to keep that.
You've never played an actual Final Fantasy game. Neither have I.
I've played a few.
I've played some of 10, and that was it.
I've played Final Fantasy 1, 2, Crystal Chronicles, and Tactics. Those are the only 4 I've played.
But no,
1 and 2
none
are
of the
normal
big
Final Fantasies.
Yeah, but not like 6 is highly regarded.
6 and 7. Yeah, none of those. 13 with Lightning.
None of those interest me at all.
JRPGs.
I look at those and I literally saw a trailer for one of them. I don't know which fucking game it was.
Yeah.
Where they're literally like riding around in a car.
Yeah, it's Final
They're
Fantasy
driving
15.
around, they're like, yeah,
Boy
there's
banding,
fucking
yeah.
Boy
dragons
band.
and shit. And what the fuck is going on?
I think Kevin, if he gave it a chance, might like Tactics.
It's an amazing
we
game.
both really love different Tactics games. They're basically the same, but slightly
The
different.
storyline's different.
Yeah,
That's
I
what
think
makes
you
them
might
different.
like them if you gave them a shot.
I don't know.
They're simple.
Yeah,
No
they're
idea.
simple games.
You're
So
saying I'm a simple-minded gamer.
no, not at all.
If there's anyone who's a simple-minded gamer, its favorite games are Fallout 1, 2, 3, 4, Legend of Zelda 1, 2, 3, 4, RuneScape. That was his list.
RuneScape is legit the simplest game of all time, but that's besides the point. So Fallout, Zelda, what did I say number 3? I'm already
Chinese checkers.
Chinese checkers, that's it. I forget what I said as number 3. It already has left my memory.
Zelda.
I said Zelda. Final Fantasy Tactics is in there. Fire Emblem, I'm also going to keep in there. Super Mario Sunshine. Now, here's what's going to get interesting. I said Rocket League in my top 10 before, but I'm going to keep it out just to keep it interesting. So number 6, I'm going to put Gears of War 2.
Wow.
Phenomenal storyline, phenomenal game, very emotional. On that same note, I'm going to stick with another sequel. This one's going to blow your mind. You're not going to believe that this is going to be in my top 10. Assassin's Creed 2.
I can see. I remember you talking
Assassin's
about
Creed 2
Yeah, I remember you talking about
was
this.
such a phenomenal storyline, and the ending. Don't even start on the ending.
Assassin's Creed 2 is actually highly regarded, I'm pretty sure. As far as like...
It's a phenomenal game.
Say it's like
they
the
almost
last
consider
good
that
one.
the peak of
Yeah.
which sucks because there were like 14 more after.
Every year for the
Black
past
Flag
year,
was
sometimes two.
Sometimes too, honestly.
They did that. The 1 year, no, they had Assassin's Creed Unity for next gen consoles, and then Rogue for old gen or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like 2 in the same year.
Yeah, I don't know. God bless the people that had to pump those games out every year.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they were being overworked and underpaid, 100%. Easy one, Ark Survival Evolved. Have to put that in there just on the sheer amount of time I've put into it. Phenomenal.
It doesn't have to equate.
But I do like it. Like I have thought about playing it again. Like I'm excited to play it again at some point in the future. But there's just so many games right now that I haven't even played Fallout in a long time, and I love Fallout. But it's just because I've been having all these new games to play. I can't put League of Legends in because that was so long ago. Even though that's probably my most played game of all time, realistically.
That's crazy because like we didn't really
realize that
we weren't really around because like you were away at school and
Yeah.
stuff for that phase.
Which one?
League.
His League phase.
Oh, yeah, no, we missed that.
So I'm not putting that in my top 10 because it was so long ago that I liked it. But when it was in its peak, I legit ate, breathed, and slept League.
What year of college did you stop playing that?
Late junior year, maybe.
So it was
Early
freshman,
junior year, maybe.
sophomore, and-
Yeah, freshman, sophomore is when I was sucked in and was the god.
Huh.
I was sick. I was pretty good, I have to say.
That's interesting.
Hearing
I didn't
it,
realize-
there's a few on my list that are going to
Wow me.
catch you off guard, I think.
Undertale, number 9.
I feel like you've said like 35 games now.
I haven't.
In your
No,
top
I've
10.
had my finger on the next one that I was waiting on. So Undertale's number 9.
What's your favorite game of all time?
Favorite game of all time
Favorite
is either Fallout 3 or Fallout 4. 100%.
Fallout 4.
One of the two. Knock it how you wish to.
There was no one who wanted to love it more than me next to you.
I know. But
It just didn't
I
work.
liked it.
Kevin might have even played more of that game than me.
I'm also
Fallout 4.
Yeah, I'm kind of mad at myself that I never finished that.
I'm
At
waiting.
least the
you can always go back.
At least the main quest line.
Honestly, I'm waiting for the X because of how poorly that game ran for me.
It ran the same as any other Fallout game.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just the frame drops in like the big
In
cities
Boston.
was just horrible. I was like,
I didn't experience that.
I think you're overestimating how. I don't know if you're going to see that much of a difference. I think it's more on Bethesda's end than it is.
I'm really interested to see. Like, I almost want to do a test of like that next to Nick. Like, we'll go through the same parts or something and see how it looks straight up next to each other.
I'm interested. I'm interested to see the difference because I'm not going to pull the trigger right away. So that might motivate me to pull the trigger.
Have a Project
Kevin's
Scorpio
going.
edition pre-ordered.
There you go.
Decisions
There
coming
you
in
go.
hot.
Yeah, I
Almost
gotta
a month.
decide- I got to decide soon. Yeah.
Do you think they're going to have a shortage like Nintendo?
No.
Not at all.
No, they might.
They they had the whole Scorpio release, and then they had the normal pre-order release like last week or some shit like that.
That was very subtle too. They didn't really. I didn't see
Blow it
anything
up.
really hyping that up.
Kevin, what's your favorite games? I want to know your list too. I'm intrigued by this. NCAA 2004, NCAA football 2005.
No kidding. Yeah, there's so many games that I didn't do justice to, like Skyrim.
I have an honorable mention, so I'm
Absolutely.
gonna
These
there.
are in no particular
order.
order. The Uncharted series.
Kevin
Love
put
to
yeah,
play
and
that.
Kevin played through those in how many
Pumped them out
days?
in like 4 days, all of them. Just crushed them.
I love that. I was like, I didn't see Kevin on for a few days. Then he messaged me. Yeah, I played through Uncharted 1 and 2, and I'm on to number 3 now.
Yeah, so between and amongst those, it's my favorite is between 2 and 4.
I think that's the popular opinion, if I'm not mistaken.
And I can't decide because 2 had one of the best like sequences of any game I've ever played, like cinematically and everything else. But 4 something about 4 was just so good. Pokemon Red.
Yes, that's
See,
fair. That's an
there was
honorable
one
mention.
Nick, that's on my list.
Yeah.
Pokemon Red.
And
Honorable mention.
I could have picked ones that came after, but I played the shit out of Pokemon Red.
Pokemon Red, me and Christian, who's been
As
on
a
the
young
podcast,
lad.
caught every Pokemon on that cartridge. Got them all to level 99.
Yeah,
With the rare candy
little
glitch.
Yeah.
glitch in there.
Yeah, missing now. No
Yeah,
big deal.
missing now. I used to, for the longest time, think it was called Missingna.
I hate who you choose to be.
Um,
That's like a me thing.
God, Pokemon Red was just, I remember, I'll never forget, I felt like such a loser. Because I don't know which legendary bird it was. It was either Articuno or Zapdos. And I was trying for days. Like, I was having like one save. And I just kept going back. And I kept fucking up the fight. And like,
Oh, really?
So then I went back. I finally caught this fucking bird. And I went running into my mom like, Mom! I caught Articuno! She was like, what the fuck
motherfucker.
I love the revelation that I had like a few years ago where someone pointed out that it's Arctic, Molt, and like Zap, and it's 1, 2, and 3 at the end. I was like, fuck.
You didn't know.
No, and then you start to think about all the Pokemon names, and it's like, huh.
A lot of them make sense.
Yeah, Muck is cum, you know. Just,
Ekans is snake.
yeah.
Arbok is cobra. I think.
Yeah, it is. Some funky shit in there. Continue.
Modern Warfare 2
That's on my list.
Also, honorable mention.
for multiplayer. I could not even tell you what happened in the. I know the.
You remember
The
that?
single player was actually pretty legit too.
Do you
It was
remember
great.
this super, which would be fucking
Oh, yeah,
people
there
would
was that
be up
really
in arms today about.
There was that really but there was also
What?
that really emotional moment where they actually they like killed off the character that you were playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, there's that fucking
Oh,
terrorist
no
scene
Russian. Yeah, no Russia.
where you
No
go
Russian.
into an airport and
Literally
just
gun
mass
down
murder
people.
everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, they they had the little disclaimer where it's like, all right, you could play
Yeah.
through a safe,
Yeah.
not safe, but like
The censored or
clean
something,
version.
Yeah.
whatever that meant.
But no one's gonna
Of course not.
No.
Scoff at that option.
for those who don't know, we probably talked about it. We each put
Days.
a
Weeks.
a month of total time of our lives into that.
That's why
game.
it's on my list. It's like I can't leave that out. That was like the peak of me multiplayer playing a game with everybody. Like nothing's gonna beat that probably ever at this point in time.
Yeah.
Till we get rich off foreplay.
Yeah.
We have all the time in the world.
Godspeed.
The game sucks, but Destiny.
Yeah, made it
Just
on your
time.
list.
I just
Yeah.
had to.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like there were so many just moments that I've had on that game. Where even if they were by myself, I was like, "This is fucking
Loving it. Yeah.
But I don't know. Looking back, it's like, why the fuck? I don't even know why I was playing it.
There was a brief period where they had nothing new, and I just remember seeing you on that every day. I was like, "Fuck,
I was
Kevin's
obsessed
in
with
there."
I was obsessed with I enjoyed the PvP a lot.
Yeah,
So that's
What kept you
at
going?
least that has replay value. Whereas like I wasn't doing anything else in the game.
no,
So stepping away from because we already talked about Destiny. PUBG.
I don't
Quickly
I
on
do
the
that
list.
either.
I
'cause
bought a
I
piece-
didn't. Yeah, I got to think about.
I'm in
that.
it.
I bought a PC to
For
play
that game.
Yeah, a few hundred.
and it like you get that game gives you an experience that you don't get in any other game. It's you against fucking 99 other people.
I think like I'm gonna start publishing my lists every year for updating them and keeping what they were at each year. Someone's gonna finally come along and do that better. And I'm not saying that they do it bad, but they were like the first one to really hit it big, and that's why I just can't wait for someone else to just take it and really just like.
Well, that was
slick it.
H1.
Because you're gonna see like it's
Every game company is working on it, so in 2 to 3 years, everything's gonna have a fucking battle royale mode.
It's a reactionary market, so you're gonna see. I could even see.
I mean,
What
look at Fortnite.
True.
Yeah.
Literally came out of nowhere.
What would be crazy if like you get like Call of Duty or something where it's like instead of zombies one year you
It's
get
Battle
an
Royale.
offshoot of Battle Royale.
Oh, you know they're working on it. I mean, when I think it was Gears 3 and then Halo ODST came out in like the same
Horde
year,
mode.
and they had Horde mode and Firefight, and now every game has had that.
I can't imagine.
And they had it for a few years.
I can't imagine a Battle Royale game playing like a legitimate Call of Duty game.
FPS.
I
That'd
would
be
love
fucking
that.
Crazy.
You
Yeah.
put me in Call of Duty with 100 other kids. That's basically a giant free for all for items. Oh, forget it.
Yeah.
But I had to put that on there just because of it gave me
Circumstances,
it provided me an experience in games that I hadn't gotten from
Yeah.
anything that I played. I'll throw Rocket League on there
On my list.
for reasons everybody should know because that
Yeah.
game is just fucking perfect.
It's
Perfect
perfect gameplay.
It is the perfect video game.
Yeah.
The Tomb Raider reboot series.
Big shout out. I have to fit. That's
That
another
game-
one
Those
that.
games are awesome.
No, that got saved now for the Xbox One X2. I will play through that this fall.
Those games are fucking
The first
good.
one, I fucking loved it.
The second one's better.
Yeah.
Second one was
I
so
played
good.
through half of it and then fell off.
Oh my god. But yeah. And then so that was basically what I had written down, but I have to add a few other things. I believe I have to add the first game that I ever remember playing.
What's that?
Super Mario Bros. Deluxe on the Game Boy Color.
The clear cartridge. You can see
it's in here.
The mechanisms. Yeah.
That game used to piss me off as a little kid. I was sucked at it. I was like, I can't do it. I used to get to the part where like the turtles are throwing the hammers and stuff. I would never.
So the Hammer Bros. They suck.
See, this year is going to be a huge year for me and Nintendo because it's going to be the first year I beat my first Zelda game, which I did, and my first Mario game because I've never actually beaten a Mario game before. Like none of the old ones, I never actually beat them. So I beat Odyssey and I beat Breath of the Wild. And I wrote this list like a few months ago, and as I look at it, there's some honorable mentions. So I started off, I'll just do my final top 10. And I wrote that these were in order. So I'm just going to go from in order at the time I put this. I'm going to switch my first two. Or actually, I'll just keep them in the order I wrote this. Mass Effect 2, number 1.
Fair.
That
especially
game,
for you.
Going through the first time, like, to not really spoil anything. Well, Kevin, which ones did you play?
I only played one.
You played one.
And I had started 2, but I just somehow, for some reason, I fell
in the
off.
same boat as Kev.
So in these games, for people who've never played them, you have your characters, you pick your character, all the decisions that you've made throughout the series carry over. And I thought that was the fucking coolest thing in the world playing through those games. So when 2 came out, brought all my people over, brought all my decisions over, and then the whole game is built around you going on this suicide mission that's never been attempted before. So you have to put your team together for the suicide mission. You're going on these loyalty missions where you get to know your characters better, and you finally do it, and I was like, I'll never forget that. Going through that suicide mission for the first time. Last of Us, number 2. That game.
It's phenomenal.
Which those two are basically intertwined at 1 and 2. That game's perfect. It's the reason I might buy a PS4 this year on a Black Friday deal. It's probably going to get me, honestly. So I can play through remastered because number 2 is probably a year or 2 off. And I bought a PS3 for The Last of Us, and I'm going to get a PS4 just because of The Last of Us 2. Resident Evil 2, number 3.
Resident Evil 2 is your number 1.
Yeah, I had to give it to Resident Evil 2. Okay. Even though I've bought in Resident Evil 4 on
7 different consoles.
Yeah, like 5 different consoles, and everyone says that's the best one. But there's just a special place in my heart for this old shitty game, and I know you guys have all looked at like me playing these games, and it's
so stupid.
Fixed camera angles, the controls are fucking awful. But this is like one of my earliest video game memories of like watching my cousin play it, and I was like, I need that, and it's just it's great. 4, Gone Home. Gone Home. As I listen to all these gaming podcasts for so long, as I've talked about, and they were just like, just play this game. Like, don't look it up.
Just play.
Don't do anything. And this game is important for multiple reasons. One, it started my fetish, which I like to say, of going into things blind. So I love it. Going into things blind, any form of media. Movies. You never seen a trailer, you just go into a movie like Get Out. Holy fucking shit. That movie's just phenomenal. This game, I didn't know what the fuck it was. Downloaded it on a PC, which I don't do. And I had my old like shitty laptop that wasn't a gaming laptop or anything like that. And I sat in my room with all the lights off, and I thought it was like a horror game. And I'll spoil it now because Kevin's played it. You liked it?
No, I thought it was good. That was like the perfect thing to go in completely blind.
Yeah.
Because it literally just it sends you in a million different directions.
Yeah.
You have no idea what's
Well, do you want me to spoil it? Or you? Because it's going to be a game with gold, so you can actually play it.
Then no.
Yeah.
Then don't.
So don't. But yeah, it just the story that it tells. It got me good, and it spawned me having this interest in those type of games, like these smaller indie storytelling games. So next, Modern Warfare 2.
Rightfully
as
so.
Kevin said, all the same reasons.
Yeah.
Followed by Pokemon Red. Then Rocket League at number 7, that is. And you guys have both played a lot more Rocket League than me, but
it's a perfect game.
It's a perfect game.
That just goes to show you because he pops in and out every now and then, and it's still made the list.
You can't. It's just perfect gameplay. I mean, it's so easy. It's so simple. You could just jump right in. Anyone could just jump right in. Anyone who doesn't even play games, it's a fucking car. Get the ball in the net. There's 2 buttons. Yep. That's it. Fallout 3 next.
Rightfully
that
so.
Game's
perfect.
Near perfect RPG. Rock Band number 9.
Fair.
Rock Band.
Fair. Yeah, fair.
Shout out to fucking Rock Band. Nick was a fucking big Guitar Hero guy.
I'm a big
too.
Guitar Hero guy, but I respect what you guys had with Rock Band.
Christian's been on the show. We were fucking just lighting it up with fans. I was so good at one point in time at those games, and I'm not musically inclined of whatsoever. But some of my best times, still, there's still these nights every fucking few months where we just get hammered and we all play fucking Rock Band until like 2 a.m. blasting music. It's fucking gold. Last at number 10 was GoldenEye 007.
That game is awful.
We did a Let's Play, youtube.com/4play
game is
video.
so bad.
Dude, I just, as a young boy, with all my cousins, we would play this game. Cousins. And that 10 spot is now going to be switched in GoldenEye 007 and Mario Kart 64. Those two are just like, those were perfect games when I was younger to play with everybody.
Shout out to Nightfire.
Good one.
Honorable mentions part. Nightfire, 100%.
Nightfire was good. That's what introduced me to like
Multiplayer.
yeah.
Yeah, see, that was
Split screen where
007.
everyone was in a corner, and because I missed out on the GoldenEye phase.
Yeah. So, because I have, whenever I made the sheet, I had attempt 1, 2, and 3, where I just started listing games. Shout out to Battlefront 2. I love that game. It was like the first Star Wars game I fell in love with back in the day. KOTOR. Kevin, you never played that, right? Knights of the Old Republic.
I tried playing Star Wars: The Old Republic, and
Oh no. No. You could download them on PC and they'll play very well. You should play through this. The Walking Dead Season 1. Did you ever play that, Kev?
I
played through some of it. It was actually really good. From what I got through it, I didn't finish it.
The end of it was the first game I almost cried at the end of it. It was just like, fuck. Almost got me. And I started looking while Nick, you were going through your list at my fucking gaming shelf. And I was like, oh my God, Heavy Rain on PS3.
Amazing
That game was fucking
that's another game I ruined because I watched.
awesome.
Yeah.
But making all those decisions yourself. Shout out to BioShock. That was the
I'm
first.
surprised they didn't make your top 10, actually.
Yeah, well, I as I turned around, I was like, I need to re-up to save this list because I think BioShock's in there in the 10. Because I remember playing through that game and I was just like, the games could look this good. I remember just like staring at the water for like 15 minutes on the 360. I was like, oh my goodness. Yeah, then I mean, there's other games like Halo 3. Like, how much fucking fun did we have on that game? And I just don't have a connection to that series, really, even though I'm like diehard Xbox, which doesn't make sense. I'm not really diehard on any of their exclusives like Gears. I liked 4 a lot this year.
I need to play
Or
that
last
still.
year it
I need
came
to
out.
get that.
I don't even remember when the fuck it came out. But yeah.
Halo 3 was
Yeah, I'm
great.
probably the worst with that. Not really a big Halo guy.
No.
Not really a big Gears guy at all. Actually, I hate Gears.
Last shout out before I close out. South Park, The Stick of Truth. I have never laughed like that in a fucking video game before, and I cannot wait for that new one coming out next month.
The fractured butthole.
It starts off so good. Did you hear their whole fucking scandal thing that they lied about? And who knows if they even like lied or if maybe they're going to put it in the final game or not. They put out a fucking press release that the difficulty of the game. Did you see this?
No, I haven't seen this. This sounds great
To
already.
set the difficulty of your game, they had a fucking meter. And it was like, if you wanted to play on very easy, your character would be white. And if you wanted to play on very hard, your character would be black. And I was just like, they're so fucking good at like taking like a serious like fucking struggling like point in our country and stuff and just like making it funny. It's like you got to try to find some light, and it's like they're the only people that could pull that off. And like they're like, oh yeah, that's not going to be in the final game, but who the fuck knows?
Yeah, and they're like that show was like made for that side scroller. Like,
Oh yeah, it
works
perfect.
perfectly.
It looks
It looks like the show.
They nailed it.
Show, yeah.
And now it's going to be on next gen, so it's going to even look better. I love video games.
Yeah, I've played through a little bit of that, and it's so funny.
Gold.
Yeah, it's good.
Another episode of the Foreplay Podcast in the books.
Bam,
Boot gang, everybody.
Boonk gang.
nailed it.
If you like what we do, please subscribe to our channel and tell some friends. If you're listening on the audio side of it, just subscribe that way. Tweet at 4playvids. I want to know what you guys want us to do to improve that. If there's anything I can help with that, we can help with that. Rate us, review us. That helps boost the numbers. We had 154 downloads, as we said earlier. That's cool. Haven't had that many yet.
That it is.
Like our Facebook page. Go in the description. You have links to all of our various channels that you could like and subscribe to. I was Brandon. Never even said our names.
That's right. Yeah.
Shout out to
That's
GTA
Nick.
5.
Yeah.
That's another.
Deserved.
Sonic
Adventure
That's a
2
game I
battle.
appreciate. That's a great game.
That's a phenomenal game.
Heroes.
Sonic
No.
Heroes wasn't as good.
No.
Sonic
That
Heroes.
game's-
That's the intro.
Yeah.
It didn't suck. It was an okay
That-
game.
That
But it
game
was-
Go bring that up to anyone. That game's fucking trash.
It was not Sonic Adventure 2 battle. That's what they need to do. They need to make an updated Sonic Adventure game.
I think Sonic is dead.
Sonic Mania is doing well.
Shout
apparently.
out to NFL Street,
Yes. Ricky Williams on the cover.
Any Madden.
Mario
really.
Party, Madden's, Super Monkey Ball 2.
Phenomenal game.
Woo!
Phenomenal game. Siphon Filter from the PS1. Anyone?
Why the fuck are you saying Siphon?
Siphon?
It's Siphon Filter.
Siphon, whatever.
Shout
Who
out
cares?
to Whacked.
Yeah.
Because this bullshit game is our best performing video on the channel, and our Let's Play looks like shit and sounds like shit. But thank you all for the support. We'll see you next
Shout
time.
out to Pajama Sam.
Pajama Sam.
Putt. No one.
Shout out to Backyard Football.
Yes.
Wow,
Pablo
yeah, that
fucking
game was-
Sanchez.
that was
Pablo
legit.
Sanchez.
That game was legit.
Zumbinis, anyone?
Was not a
The Blue
Zumbini
Immigrants?
I know
No.
what you're fucking talking about.
game.
You're
It's not a
fucked up.
Zumbini.
Thank you guys for watching or listening.
Please subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/4playvideo.
If you like what we're doing, make sure to smash that like button.
Be sure to share all our videos with your friends so we could continue to grow. And we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.